Hello everybody and welcome back to our Villahermosa trip video here. In our last video we left you on the Grijalva River, and so we're picking you back up and we're gonna cross that river and check out that market that we saw, and we're gonna go to a bunch of museums. We're gonna look at the ancient past of Villahermosa and a little bit of a more recent past, which is still 200 years old when you're talking about Villahermosa. So come on and let's go on an adventure. We are now coming down a ramp on the other side of the bridge. This reminds me of the border. When you cross the border walking, you gotta go down a ramp. Yep, this is exactly how Chaparral border crossing is.
We're coming to the Olmec country.
The Olmec side of Tabasco, that's where we're going.
We're going across the river, the Bravo Rio of the Olmecs.
Yeah, that's what we did. I hope you brought your Olmec language with you. I don't even know how to speak Olmec.
The Rio Grande of the Olmecs.
Look, all of these are torta stands across the street. We gotta come back here.
See?
For lunch.
When you walk across the border?
Yeah, you find all the torta stands. That's amazing. And they're only 100 pesos each. 3 for 100 pesos it says over there. That's pretty good. Okay, it looks like the taxis here are tuk-tuk drivers, so that's what we're gonna do, is we're gonna go find a tuk-tuk to take us to Parque La Venta. Está bien, gracias. Okay, the tuk-tuk driver said that he can't take us in his little motorbike, so we're gonna have to take a regular taxi. Went ahead and took a taxi here. We're gonna go over to La Venta Park, coming out of Gaviotas here.
Enfrentar a la prensa todos los días. ¿Quién? En el mundo nadie lo hace. Nadie en el mundo.
Porque tiene cerebro, es inteligente, señor.
¡Qué estatura!
No.
¡Qué estatura de hombre!
¿Qué presidente?
Here at the Parque La Venta, which is an Olmec. There you go, the Olmec Museum here. We're gonna see if it's open or not. If not, we'll just end up walking along the riverbank. But we'll see. Let's see if they're even open today. All the ticket booths are closed, so that's not a good sign. I don't think they're open. Just a few things you can just look through here. That's all we can see. Since the Parque La Venta was closed, we decided to go walking towards the river, which was actually a lake called the Lake of the Illusions, which was part of a dam system. It's called Lake of the Illusions here. It's a beautiful lake. This is pretty cool. That is alligator fish. That's what they're selling. Stuffed alligator fish.
120.
Little plaques.
120 pesitos nada más.
Key holder.
Tengo estas igual portapluma, mire. Tengo esta en chancla, mire, igual 120.
Since La Venta Park is not open, we're gonna go see the Natural History Museum. So we're gonna go see. Even though all the lights are on and there's people down there, they're not open. So we're gonna have to go find another museum that's actually open, because none of these museums here are open. Got some dinosaurs up front, that's kind of cool. Got a Triceratops here. Okay, we are now over by the Regional Museum of Anthropology. And so we're gonna see if this is open. The regional museum cost 50 pesos, which is like $2.50, and is a two-story museum with different artifacts that have been found in the state of Tabasco. So this chart here is talking about the different cultures of Mexico. So you had the pre-Olmecans, so that would be like ancient civilizations that started here 5,000 years before Christ. And then you have the Olmecs, who were here about 2,500 years before Christ. Then you had the Zoiques, which are local tribes that were here about 900 years before Christ, and then 600 years after Christ. And then you have the Mayans, who came, well, their big power in this area was about 600 to 1,000 years after Christ. Then you had the Nahuas, who were present-day Aztecs, and they actually didn't come until like the 1400s, so you got like the Toltecs and stuff like that. Scenery mask from the Mayan, and it has a jaguar. You can still see the blue on it too. That is amazing. Stone images here. So look, she's got different faces. Some are sad, some are happy, some are scared. Well, I thought it was carrying a child. No, it's different faces. She's got 4 different faces. Some are happy, some are... These are definitely Olmec statues here, some Olmec medallions. Some governor with his royal headdress there. People, midgets, and they would have been holding up the sky. That's how they believe, the Olmecs believe that this is actually Mayan, sorry. This is Mayan, and the Mayans believe that midgets would hold up the sky. One of their beliefs. And you gotta look at that. Look at those shoes. Perfectly chiseled in. Look at the detail on that. So detailed. So you can see some blues and some greens and some whites. Got a fish head over there. What is this? Oh, a pendant. A fish. Some mushrooms. We have an oil vase. Pouring oil, that's pretty cool. Some obsidian knives. These stones right here are showing you the order of layout of offerings. So all these little stones and stuff had a particular way, and you had to put them all in the right spot to make your offerings. So this shows an aqueduct, how they would get water into their areas. They even had pipes, so that's kind of cool. Clay pipes. Here you can look at that arrangement, which you can see from here as a face. So that's kind of cool. This shows how they would count the different days and the different months, so they get the whole calendar. And here you can see what the city would look like. This is a model of Tikal, what it would be like back in the day. Wow, this is pretty cool. That's a cross there. And then here is a carved face. It's almost like you could see him staring at you today. I guess if he was here right now, this guy, a Mayan mask. This is kind of interesting. It's a image of an old man. This guy over here, he would have had an interesting headdress. With all little different beads, and he would have had blackened teeth and earrings. Very interesting piece there. This is really interesting. So this is depicting Infra World, but it's also the Tree of Life. So there's the river, and they're all trying to get up to the tree, because the Tree of Life here gives them eternal springs. So that's what they're trying to do, is they're all trying to get different ways. You can see these guys talking to each other, and this guy is leading them on. And the goal is all of them are trying to get here to the river and then up to the Tree of Life. Very interesting. an ancient guitar-like called the shamador. Reminds me of the Japanese shamisen. So they would make music with that. Mayan mask. Codices. 1947 Codices copy. That is pretty amazing. Happy figurine there. I like the ones where they're smiling. That's always fun. After visiting the regional museum, we went to the Villahermosa Temple, which is of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It wasn't open, but we at least got to walk the grounds. Walking around here on the temple grounds, they didn't let us in because they're still locked down, I guess. The state's not locked down, but I guess they are. So we can just see it from the beginning. I'll go through the gate here though. I can take it through the gate and you can see up into there. From the temple, we took a taxi back down to the center of the city so that we could go to the House of Tiles. This is not a Sanborns, but an actual museum. Perfecto. We are here at the House of Tiles, which is a history museum. And we're going to go check it out. Very nice colonial style house, complete with its own well. Check out that well. Beautiful wood stairway, which I think I'm going to have to climb right now. So that's what we're going to do. Looks like an old radio. I think it's an X-ray machine. Look what this is. This is interesting. Inside they have put up so that you can see what it was like back in the old days. And there's tile even on the inside. And you can go out. Nice desk there. And you can go out and see the balconies from the outside here. So that is pretty cool. The City Museum was very interesting. Inside each room, there was a different part of the city's history, but also each room had a different set of tiles, so that also made it interesting. There was many things to see, and it was interesting to see the history coming from its colonial days with the pirates in the 1500s down to the movement for independence that was helped in Villahermosa, and then they had an exhibit there also dealing with the French and how the French came and invaded, but Villahermosa was one of the cities that repelled the French invaders, and then finally to local current modern history. After the museum, we went walking back to our hotel to rest for a bit before finding something to eat. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, this video is part of a series of videos in the city of Villahermosa in the state of Tabasco. I will put a link to the other videos in the description if you're interested. Stay tuned for more videos, and I will leave you with a final little bit of our walk back so you can get a feel of what the sights and sounds of walking down the streets of Villahermosa is actually like. Over there to the left is the Plaza Technology. That's where you can buy all your electronic goods.